Hi, Matt Weyand with BTE, and today we want to talk with you about your new 325 high-rail excavator. And we're going to start off today talking about the RotoTilt system and your new Mantis bucket. So this machine is equipped with a R8 RotoTilt. This provides 360 degrees of rotation for your attachments and 40 degrees of tilt to either side. We have the Mantis bucket on here. This has the big claws in the front, so it's a thumb bucket. You can open and grab material with it and then still be able to dig like a traditional bucket. And then we also have here, these are your high flow connections. If you were running an undercutter, brush cutter, anything of that nature, you got your high flow circuit on either side. On the back here, we've got your medium pressures. This is what's actually controlling your claws to open and close your thumb. In the middle here, you've got a case drain connection. And then also inside of here, we have our attachment recognition system. So this will come on and off with each attachment. It has its own discrete plug that you can connect into the machine. Once it's connected, the machine will automatically recognize what that attachment is, sets up all the flows and the pressures and everything specifically for that attachment automatically for the operator. So now we want to talk about the high-rail gear system on this machine. This is a chain drive high-rail solid axle system that we have on here. So I want to open up the box and we'll kind of show you what's inside here. So inside the box, we've got our drive motor, we've got our gearbox, we've got our chain running down to our solid axles down here. On either side of this, we've got bearings, heavy-duty bearings for the axles on both sides. To grease those bearings, it's actually the grease fitting is right here inside of the axle, inside the wheel on each side. So you go in there and grease that. Make sure to keep those greased, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of tramming with it. Keep the bearings good and greased. On this drive system, we also have a tow disconnect feature. So if anything should ever happen to the machine and you have to tow it, all you have to do is lift this up, flip the handle over, and lock it back in, and that will disconnect the motor from the gearbox, and it will let this whole assembly freewheel. And you do that on both ends. You got the same drive system on both ends, and disconnect that, cage your brakes, and the machine would be ready to tow in the event of an emergency if you had to do that. On the chain, definitely want to keep it lubricated. That's an important part of it. And then also you want about a 1/4 inch of play on the chain, just to have a little bit of play in it. Don't want them too tight, not too loose, just a little bit of slack on it works well. If you do have to adjust chains, we got these turnbuckles right here. This whole entire motor assembly is mounted on a hinge, and these two turnbuckles here, loosen them up, take this one closest to the chain, bring it up, get your nice 1/4 inch of play, lock it in, you're good to go. Also on both ends, since we have the dump cart, these are your hydraulics for your cart. And we'll take a look at that as we get back to it, but just kind of show you what's coming out here. And then you also have down here is hydraulics connections for your brakes. And then this machine is also equipped with a hand tool circuit. So right up here you got your 5-10 gallon a minute hand tools that you connect right here on that as well.